What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Let's do that one over. I didn't like that one. That's a lot better. Is number 102, part number 3 of the number 1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off The Script, the number 1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes that you're going to see right here on YouTube.com, man. A lot of news. I got a lot of news, a lot of big news for you guys today. Action-packed. News on Batista. News on Bryan. News on Seth Rollins. And news on Bill Goldberg. We're going to get into it in a second. I'm not going to waste any of your time, but I do want to mention one thing. The digital version of Off The Script is now live on PODBEAN. Go and check it out. PODBEAN, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and AudioBoom. Listen to JD on the go. Episode 3 is uploaded right now, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Also, I made a exclusive behind the mic video for the DangerZone community channel. I'm going to link you guys down below in the description. The road to WrestleMania and why Roman Reigns is being royally screwed by WWE Creative and what should be done, in my opinion, on all of that regarding Roman Reigns. Link is down below if you missed that one in the description of this video. Also, if you missed parts 1 and 2 of Off The Script, links will be down there as well. All right, I'll save the t-shirts and WrestleCrate and all that stuff for the end of the video, but you guys know the deal about that, okay? Let's get into it. I got things to do, people to see. We have news, finally, on Seth Rollins. Back in November, WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins went down with a significant knee injury after attempting a sunset flip on Kane at a WWE live event in Dublin, Ireland. He was forced to vacate the championship. He immediately underwent knee surgery, and he's begun his rehab. To date, it's gone very well, and he's said to be way ahead of schedule. The original projection for Seth Rollins' return to the ring was 6 to 9 months. Since the injury occurred in November, that puts his timetable from late May to July at some point. It's likely that he is going to recover a little bit quicker, but the recovery usually takes longer, and WWE may even hold him off until SummerSlam. According to the Inquisitor, Rollins' recovery is progressing well enough to consider the possibility of him returning as early as WrestleMania in Dallas this April. No one is saying this will become a reality, but it's enough to consider the possibility of Rollins returning well ahead of schedule. The issue is WWE probably could force him to return that early, but the risk of him re-injuring his knee is very high due to being rushed back. However, Rollins, appearing shortly after WrestleMania and appearing as early as post-Mania Monday Night Raw is a strong possibility. Rollins could also appear on WWE TV and not wrestle for a while until he's 100% ready. This is what I think of this. Going to keep it short and sweet. I knew Rollins was well ahead of schedule. Dave Meltzer, Bryan Alvarez, and the Wrestling Observer have been noting that. They've been sprinkling that here and there. Okay, we all want Seth Rollins back, but you don't want to rush him back right now. He's not really going to factor into any plans immediately for WrestleMania. Let all this Roman Reigns shit and this Roman Reigns aura over WWE, let that ship sail. Okay, you don't need Rollins back right now. Yes, everybody wants to see him back. There is a shortage of heels on the roster. But what's more important? The fact that you get a star heel back, or the fact that your star heel, before he went out with injury, is 100% ready to go, and you don't want to re-injure him again, forcing him back too early. I think the second part of that is more important. Rollins will be back. He will be back earlier than usual. Okay, Rollins is a beast with the CrossFit shit. That is well documented. His rehab is probably going extremely well right now. And like the report says, he could probably come back and be ring ready well before schedule, but you don't want to risk it. WWE is in a position now where there's way too many injuries, and with Rollins coming back, it could be a boost. You don't want that boost to be right down the fucking toilet with a rush injury again. So you don't want that to happen all over again for Seth Rollins. He'll be back. Don't rush him and bring him back when he is 100% ready. But Rollins is coming along well ahead of schedule. Let me know what you guys think about that. WWE planning The Rock to be in Roman Reigns' corner versus Triple H at WrestleMania 32. On Monday, The Rock made a brief return to Monday Night Raw. Although it was great to see The Rock as always, he didn't reveal anything more about his WrestleMania status. The People's Champion is doing something at WrestleMania 32 this April, but no one seems to know what that is as of now. There have been rumors that The Rock's commitments to Hollywood are going to stop him from wrestling a match at Mania, but that means there are only so many options for him at WrestleMania in Dallas. However, the Inquisitor may have cracked the case and revealed exactly what The Rock will be doing at this year's WrestleMania, and surprise, it involves Roman Reigns. According to the Inquisitor, WWE is planning to have Roman Reigns versus Triple H in the main event of WrestleMania. That's been known for a while, and Monday Night Raw revealed the main event of Fastlane that will lead to that match. Is a great segue into The Rock's involvement at WrestleMania. The rumored plan is to have Vince McMahon in Triple H's corner and The Rock in Roman Reigns' corner during the main event. That will most likely lead to Reigns reclaiming the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for a third fucking time. Okay? Now, you can go the predictable route and have the happy-go-lucky fucking ending to end WrestleMania, or you could have The Rock play into a greater storyline that would lead into next year's WrestleMania and have Roman Reigns turn heel at WrestleMania. But this pretty much was the idea all along. I don't think The Rock is going to wrestle, and if he did, I think putting him against The Undertaker would be the best choice, okay? I know Vince McMahon wanted The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. I don't see that happening with the way things are transpiring with the Wyatt family. The Rock really may be sitting this one out for WrestleMania, being an active in-ring performer, but that doesn't mean he's not going to have a vital part in the show. He will be in Roman Reigns' corner. He will assist Roman Reigns in capturing the WWE Championship, and WrestleMania 32 will end on the sour, predictable note that we all expect it to be. So Roman Reigns, The Rock at WrestleMania, it's going to be Roman Reigns' WrestleMania moment, and The Rock is going to be there. How they're going to be received at WrestleMania in front of 100,000 people, that remains to be seen, but I doubt it's going to be anything but happy, man. The crowd is really going to be vocal about it, and I expect there to be some type of backlash from the WrestleMania crowd, so that'll be interesting to see come April 3rd in Dallas, Texas. WWE reportedly changed plans for the Royal Rumble match halfway through, and now the original plans have been revealed. Roman Reigns has had one of the most interesting transitions into being a top guy for the WWE. His dynamic with the crowd is so hot and cold that sometimes WWE has to book the match on the fly. Apparently that's what happened on Sunday at the Royal Rumble. In the Royal Rumble match, Triple H entered at number 30, and the final four were him, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Sheamus. Reigns eliminated Sheamus. The game surprised everyone and eliminated Reigns, leaving Ambrose and Triple H as the final two. According to the Inquisitor, again, the Inquisitor is all over this shit, and normally I don't take them as anything more than just tabloid dirt for WWE, but apparently they have all these news and rumors lately, so I'm going to say it again. Take it with a grain of salt. They are not my main source of info. That's usually Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer, okay? So according to the Inquisitor, having Ambrose and Triple H in the final two was not the original plan. Then WWE changed it after Reigns entered the arena and was booed by the WWE Universe. He came in at number one. WWE heard the cries from the WWE Universe, and they, at that point, felt like they needed to change things on the fly because Reigns was not received as they thought he would, okay? I don't know why they thought anything differently. Royal Rumble, Reigns, it's synonymous with him being booed out of the building. Reigns was taken out of the match by the League of Nations halfway through and was taken to the back to reassess the finish of the match. It's being said that Triple H was always meant to win, but the decision was made to eliminate Reigns second to last and leave Ambrose in the final two because WWE didn't want the crowd turning on Reigns and cheering for Triple H. Instead, That's exactly what they did to begin with anyway. As soon as Roman Reigns came out after his stint in the back, Superman punching and spearing everybody, he was being booed. And as soon as Triple H's music hit at number 30, Triple H was the face in this entire situation. So it ended up being that anyway. Okay? So that decision to eliminate Reigns second to last was made on the fly. WWE knew Ambrose would have the underdog sympathy from WWE, enough for Triple H to gain heel heat by becoming the WWE champion for the 14th time. It worked out that way in the end when it was Ambrose and Triple H, because everybody wanted Ambrose to win, and there was just a slight chance that everybody thought Ambrose might pull it off and win, but you got to think of it logically. He is the Intercontinental Champion. There's no way that the WWE gives him the Intercontinental title and the WWE Championship. You guys got to think about it a little bit logically at some point. Triple H was always meant to win. Triple H definitely made it exciting. He made it interesting. He made it intriguing with the near eliminations there. Ambrose looked like a superstar. I think he looked great in the match, earlier in the pay-per-view as well, fighting Kevin Owens in the Last Man Standing match. But this goes to show you that no good things are coming WWE's way with Roman Reigns. This is going to be all through WrestleMania season. You're going to have this type of shit all through WrestleMania season, and I don't know what WWE is going to do about this. Fastlane is going to be even worse. Trust me. You're going to date back to this video and say, JD, you were right. The reception and the reaction Roman Reigns is going to get at Fastlane is going to be worse than what has happened this year. Trust me. And it's going to bleed right into WrestleMania. WWE, like I said on the DangerZone video, if you guys seen that, they have to swallow the bitter pill here. Roman Reigns as a face is not working. Roman Reigns as a WWE champion is not working. Turn him heel and have him embrace the hate. Then he will be universally liked by those people right now who don't give a flying fuck about Roman Reigns. That's just my opinion on that. But it's funny that WWE had to book on the fly for the Royal Rumble because they are ignorant enough to think that Roman Reigns was going to get anything but boos at the Royal Rumble, especially the way they booked him, which was god-awful. They took him out of the match, and they made him look like a weak, pathetic loser of a champion. That booking decision was the ruination of Roman Reigns, and that whole perception of one versus all was thrown right out the window midst the Royal Rumble in the middle of that match. So they fucked up. They're fucking up WWE storylines. They're fucking up Roman Reigns' character, and they're fucking up everything revolving around Roman Reigns and Triple H, because there's so many logic holes that WWE can't really, patch those right now to make any sense of anything. The damage is done. Especially when Fastlane comes, watch the reaction Roman Reigns gets. Trust me. WWE interested in signing Bill Goldberg before WrestleMania 32. This was reported earlier in the week. It's been rumored over the past few months that former WCW and WWE champion Bill Goldberg was interested in one final run in pro wrestling. It's been confirmed that TNA offered him a deal back in November, and Goldberg has gone on record saying that he would like to change the way he left the wrestling business and WWE. According to several sources, including the Inquisitor. Everything's from the Inquisitor today. I don't know what happened. WWE is also interested in potentially signing Goldberg before WrestleMania 32. Highly unlikely, but let me continue. While TNA is still very much an option after WWE signed AJ Styles to a multi-year contract, it's being said that WWE doesn't want to bring in Bill Goldberg for just one match. And they also don't want him signing with TNA, and they will likely offer him more money and fewer dates than TNA, and a spot at WrestleMania in Dallas will sweeten the offer. As of this writing, WWE has not offered a deal to Goldberg, but it's being believed that a deal will be offered soon, since he will likely take the best money offer from TNA or WWE. The known details are that WWE is looking to sign him to a one-year deal with dates very, very similar to Brock Lesnar's contract. However, it is being said that WWE may even do a 6-month deal to lock him through WrestleMania and the lull period for the roster before Seth Rollins, Cesaro, and John Cena all return to WWE in the spring and the summer. If all the stars align, we may even be lucky enough to see Goldberg inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this year and put on a great final chapter on his wrestling career. I doubt any of this is going to happen. I highly doubt any of this is going to happen. Yes, WWE can certainly use the star power for WrestleMania. Sorry for the break in the video while I was talking. My fucking cat decided to jump on my laptop, and she started playing YouTube videos that I had recorded earlier in the day for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So the noise was a little bit too irritating and annoying, so I had to stop, get up, and go shut it off and shut my laptop down. But anything can happen here on Off The Script. Out of nowhere! On Off The Script. Anyway, what I was saying is WWE can certainly use the star power. WWE can certainly use Bill Goldberg's services. Do I see this happening? No. I really don't see this happening. Bill Goldberg has been known to talk down to the company, Triple H, Vince McMahon, and how everything has been run in the WWE for the past several years. Goldberg is merely in it for the money. He wants that one big final payday. He wants that one big payday and that one time in the ring to close his career for good, so that his son can see him wrestle at least once, okay? That's all I see that happening. I don't think Goldberg is going to go to either TNA or WWE. Would it be good? Yes, but the thing is, how do you book him upon return? Who do you book him against? How do you handle him? You know, if you're going to treat him like a Brock Lesnar, he's going to be that star attraction that you got to really treat like a Brock Lesnar. I don't think WWE is going to do that. I really don't. So, Bill Goldberg interested in signing, or WWE, I should say, interested in signing Bill Goldberg before WrestleMania 32. If it happens, I'd be shocked. But if I do hear anything about Bill Goldberg signing, I will definitely let you guys know here on Off The Script, but I don't think it is very likely at this point in time. WWE even offered Batista a one-off appearance at WrestleMania 32 by Vince McMahon during the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Batista was in the Royal Rumble arena, in the Amway Arena. He was there for the Royal Rumble. Of course, WWE is trying to pull off the WrestleMania 32 this year in Dallas. They're pulling out all the stops. They want it to be the best it could very be, even with the injuries. They've been able to get The Rock for Mania and signed AJ Styles, but WWE is looking at others as well. It's being reported by Ryan Satin of ProWrestlingSheet.com. This was an exclusive story on his website. Go check it out. That Batista was backstage for a meeting with Vince McMahon during the Royal Rumble pay-per-view about possibly making an appearance at WrestleMania in Dallas. The offer was that Batista would have a one-off appearance in a non-wrestling role. It's being said that Batista heard the pitch, decided to pass for the time being, but the door was left open for more ideas over the next few months for him to get involved. Honestly, it's probably a really good idea for Batista to pass, given how cold the WWE has been since his return in 2014. He hasn't been around since then, and he will most likely be booed by WrestleMania in Dallas. WWE's offer was most likely a segment with The Rock, where they talk about their careers in Hollywood, with The Rock being the face and Batista being the heel. It's understandable why he would turn that down, but maybe something else can be worked out creatively. I don't blame Batista for turning that down. That sounds fucking awful. And Batista really doesn't need WWE. And I don't think the WWE really needs Batista at all either. You know? I don't think Batista could really add anything to WrestleMania 32. What I do see from Batista, though, I do want to see one more match from him. He's been on record saying that he does want to completely put an end to his career at WrestleMania against Triple H. I would love to see that at WrestleMania. I think that could be a good selling point for a future WrestleMania, and I think that would do both men very good. You know, you can even have Triple H retire from in-ring competition. There's really no reason for Triple H to be an active in-ring performer either. But I would like to see that one more match for Batista against Triple H. Not going to happen this year. I don't really disagree with him for turning it down. I mean, that really doesn't sound all that exciting. I'm sure he can do something else with his time than be there in Dallas and, you know, fly out there and just merely do something with The Rock and whatever. I mean, he could watch WrestleMania from the comfort of his own home. He doesn't need to be there. You know, he doesn't need the money. He'd rather be with his wife. He just got married. So I don't blame Batista for turning that down, but I don't think it's the last time we will see Batista in the WWE. I think he's got one more match in him and one more farewell. And like the report says, the door was left open for him to return whenever he wants. And finally, guys, news on Daniel Bryan. Listen to this. The WWE locker room expected Daniel Bryan to return to the ring during the Royal Rumble match. It seems that no matter how hard anyone wants to see Daniel Bryan back in a WWE ring, the possibility of it happening continues to be struck down by the rumor mill and by the WWE if necessary. Despite the report that WWE had no plans for Bryan to be in the Royal Rumble or be a part of WrestleMania this year, the WWE locker room was reportedly still expecting him to make his return to WWE at Sunday's Royal Rumble. Even though Daniel Bryan wasn't officially cleared to wrestle last Sunday, there was still a lot of talk backstage for his return to WWE programming. The most likely reason for the rumblings backstage was all the speculation that he was cleared by a doctor at UCLA a few days before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. However, it's being reported that WWE told Bryan flat out that he will not be cleared for the Rumble or the road to WrestleMania. I wonder why. The company has apparently offered him a few non-compete jobs that deal mostly with promotion and hyping the WWE brand, but it's been made crystal clear that Bryan isn't going to be medically cleared by WWE doctors soon. Things can always change, but there isn't much that can be done if the company is refusing to clear him and he can't wrestle anywhere else until his contract runs out. The only one that can now clear Vince McMahon, that can clear Daniel Bryan, is Vince McMahon. It all rests in Vince McMahon's hands, according to reports. Now, I really, at this point, I don't really give a shit about the Daniel Bryan situation. I really don't. This was very interesting to think that, or to read that the WWE locker room not only wanted, but they thought Daniel Bryan was going to be back in the Royal Rumble. I'm glad he didn't come back in the Royal Rumble. It would have done nothing. It would have done nothing. It would have all it would have did is put a sour note on the pay-per-view, because everybody, as soon as they would have seen him, they would have wanted him to win it. And everybody else and everything else regarding the WWE Championship and the Royal Rumble and Roman Reigns and Triple H and Brock Lesnar, everything else would have been second best or second important to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan would have been the most important thing in the eyes of the fans at the Royal Rumble. So I'm glad that they didn't bring him back, and WWE probably did themselves a favor by not bringing him back. Do I want to see him at WrestleMania? Yes, I would love to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. It doesn't even need a build. Put them in a match, build as the best versus the best, or whatever. The fucking best in the world versus the phenomenal one. Something like that. Something so simple like that needs 1 to 2 weeks build, tops. Easy. 2 out of 3 falls, whatever. Book it. I would love to see it. I think Daniel Bryan needs to be in the WWE at WrestleMania. I think he needs to be on the active roster, because God only knows everybody else on the roster is fucking boring on Monday Night Raw, and there's no excitement for the product. Daniel Bryan would automatically bring excitement, enthusiasm, and energy to an otherwise still product. But I don't know what else he has to do. This is 3 doctors now. The latest being one at UCLA cleared him for wrestling. He's good to go. Daniel Bryan is 100% ready to go. The reason why WWE is not bringing him back is because they want Roman Reigns in the top spot. They ignorantly want Roman Reigns in the top spot as the number 1 babyface. If Daniel Bryan comes back, that will automatically, no doubt about it, no questions asked, that will throw a wrench in the gears of the WWE's plans for Roman Reigns, and everything will be tarnished. That is the only reason for that. WWE right now is being selfish. WWE with this political garbage fucking sickens me. Bring the man back. Use him. He's good to go. He wants to be there. And God only knows that your product can only be better with him instead of having him sit in the back collecting a fucking paycheck doing nothing. Bring Daniel Bryan back. But this is probably the last that I'm reporting of Daniel Bryan. Everybody expected him to be at the Royal Rumble in the locker room. He did not. He will not be at WrestleMania. He was not in the Rumble. But I would love to see him versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. But that's just me. That's the fanboy in me, and that's the fantasy booker in me coming out right here to close Off the Script. But thank you guys for watching Off the Script this weekend. You guys killed it. As always, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. I'll be back on Monday with my Monday Night Raw review. DangerZone video down below in the description. Off the Script Part 1 and 2. The links are down in the description. ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript for more great merchandise here on Off the Script for the podcast. Get your new Get Off My TV t-shirt, $19.99. They ship everywhere in the United States and internationally. Fucking awesome. If you don't got one, go out and get yourself a Get Off My TV t-shirt. And WrestleCrate.com. I will hopefully have a WrestleCrate for you guys on Friday to unbox right here on Off the Script. I spoke to Ed over at WrestleCrate. I should be getting it Monday or Tuesday, hopefully for a Friday unboxing on Part 1 of Episode 103. So let me know what you guys think about that. WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. They also work out of the UK. And you guys want to order anything off their website, the regular crate or the ultimate crate, use my coupon code JD sent me for an instant 10% off your first purchase, man. And the iTunes podcast, make sure you guys listen to that as well and download it, subscribe to it, follow it, leave a rating if you're on iTunes. You can also listen on PodBean, Stitcher Radio, and AudioBoom. That's all I got for you guys. I'll be back for Monday Night Raw review. As always, this is JD. This is Off The Script, the #1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. I'll be back on Monday. Until then, this is JD, and I'll talk to you soon. Leave a thumbs up.